Bigbossjock. Day 63 of the protest. Episode 38 of the radio show. My 750. Radio. Rebelde. Días 63 del protesto. Episodio 38 del radio show. 750 kilohertz AM. Soy yo, el gran jefe. Al entro a mí, nuestro único Dios, nuestro Señor. Es quien me ayuda a hacer la rima. Y yo digo gracias por su ayuda. Por su ayuda. Es vidrio, hay vidrio en el camino. No quiero pisar el vidrio. No necesito tomar tanto cuidado. Saco de mi camino, saque los pedacitos de vidrio. Let's go cook. What else could I cook? Now today, I got the spaghetti sauce done. It's simmering. The noodles, water, noodles, and a can of corn. And the microwave, it broke. It just broke. It was old. It wore out. The components it didn't want to turn on anymore. It didn't want it. It doesn't choose. It just didn't work. I blew a fuse. One of the components. So I can't heat it up in the microwave. Whatever I was going to heat up. I can't remember. Oh, the noodles. So now I won't. Well, usually I make more. So I just had to pull out the noodles the next day and the sauce and put it in the microwave and eat some. Now it doesn't work that way because the microwave's gone. Everything we have has been used for years and years and years. It's getting into the end of its usefulness. They don't make things to last forever. It seems like the newer they get, the less time they serve. I mean, they wear out faster, no longer work. It's that way, yeah. Oh, there's dinner. Yeah. Viola Davis. Sharecropper's daughter. Well, she's not. She's a sharecropper's granddaughter. She's by design. They made sure she was born on that sharecropper's farm. She lived there for 2 months, and she rides forever on the title. I'm not saying she does, but the way that she's presented. Oh, I hear, be careful, be careful. Be really careful. I'm talking about them. The Afro-Americans, the African-descended men and women. The group that I can't call American African, but all the other groups I could. American Caucasian, American Asian, American Native, American African. Oh, they'd be enraged. How about let's do it this way? Native, Asian, Hispanic, African, Caucasian. I can really do it with a straight face. Well, why is this? I'm not understanding. I am, and I know how it happened. It's programming. Viola Davis. She's born on a farm, the former plantation. Lived there for 2 months. Moved to Rhode Island. Now look at, she has a claim. I mean, her grandfather was a sharecropper, not her dad. At least, well, look at, it's digital information. But from what I read, I had to find out. The one that they worship, she's a Caucasian. She got up and received an award and mentioned Viola. What? The Caucasian speech and how it's so moving. You people. Oh, you got a long ways to go. Worshipping idols. One day you'll see how foolish you were. Ignorant. Directed by CIA. The idols that the people choose to emulate. Take the idols out of your lives and watch how they change, and that's your life. Viola, 2 months old, her parents moved to Rhode Island. Now what I couldn't find, what they did, I did. Was it that her father worked at a school as a janitor and her mother worked at a hospital? I'm not sure if that's her history. I wanted to find out how she grew up. I mean, I'm hearing about the slave. She was a former slave. That's the way she's presented. And people who are ignorant, they don't even know when slavery existed. They don't know the difference between 40 years and 140 years. And it wasn't here 140 years ago. It was here over 160 years ago. Or 150, let's get it exact. Well, it is 17. If we go back 100, there's 117. And then 62, well, there's 38. So it's 38 and 17. That's how many years ago. And I wouldn't want to just leave us floating. So if we take 2 and put it to 38, that's 40. And add 15 more, there's 55. So 155 years ago, existed officially slavery. But when she's presented, is it precise? I don't know. I wouldn't want to be off. 38 and 17, that's 55. I think it's right. Me, stim receiver 0067. Out here doing the radio show. Yeah. I think so. I'm technically not a human. No, I mean, technically I am a human, and they don't treat me like one. I'm not even close. Since I've been here. I mean, since I was born on this earth. This is Hitler's program. It's what's running the program. Running the world. Frequent the United States, Hitler used to. Werner's house. The disguises. Clandestine services. Hitler, the Nazis took over. They're in control as of today. Excuse me again. I don't know. Do I have to do that every time I clear my throat? Do I have to? Do I? I guess I'll have to press the pause button next time. I'm a smoker and I clear my throat quite often. And I smoked a lot in past years. Not anymore. My lungs can't take the abuse. My throat either. My voice is going. Too many years of abuse. Yeah. Doesn't look like it's going to rain today. That was the forecast though. I should cook some more food. My dish that I'm more known for because I like it and I enjoy eating that. Alright, let's do this one. And you can be a world-class chicken piccata chef. Want to do that? Alright, there's tricks. Yeah. Get your pan, get it real hot. Not super hot, but hot. Yeah, it's super. Get it hot, but not so it burns it. It can burn. Alright, take your chicken breasts and make sure they're going to be too thick, so flay them open. And then take your mallet tenderizer and tenderize and have them down so they're not any higher than a half an inch. They don't have to be so flattened out thin, but they shouldn't be so thick either. Half an inch would be good. after they're tenderized. Then take some salt, sprinkle it on to your gusto, and the pimento also, the pepper. Now take the flour and flour them good. And if you flour them good, means take the flour and push it in to where you tenderize. It's going to be on the cutting board. And just make sure, don't just dust them. But you don't have to worry so bad. I mean, you don't want to overdo it because the flour will go off in the pan. And it doesn't taste so good, fried flour. But when it's hooked to the chicken, it tastes great. Try it a couple times, you'll know exactly how much flour you can get on there. Alright, so in the frying pan, put a goodly amount of oil, more than you need for the vegetables. Because it doesn't matter, and you're going to throw a little away. It's just the way it is, unless you're from a country and you don't have to throw away. So you'll learn, and you'll do just the right amount, and do it without throwing it away. You can. If money's tight, I would be able to. So, yeah. Alright, so take those chicken breasts and fry them. Brown them so your pan's real hot. And this is the trick. You don't want them to cook all the way through, because they're going to cook up here in a while. But you want them browned. The flour browned. So to do that, get it hot and be watching. So when you lay those down on the pan, the first ones are going to cool down the pan a bit. One of the first sides. So you put those down and flip them over real fast before they burn. And the other side, it'll cook for a little while longer. And make sure those are brown, both sides, but they're not going to be cooked through. Take those and put them on the plate. It usually takes me some minutes. I'm not really sure how long it takes because I don't time myself. I don't want to tell you 5 minutes, but it's probably around there. A couple minutes per side. Put them over to the plate. Now you've already taken an onion, but not the whole onion. You want about a cup of onions, maybe a little more, but not much more. You don't want a big jumbo onion. So say you have a cup and when it's diced, and again, smaller than a half. It's right there around that size, half-inch, probably half-inch. Cut. And the garlic. Have about 3 cloves of garlic. Nice, diced, minced. Not minced, diced real fine. So that oil, make sure that if you use too much, pour some out, but don't lose any of the crumbs from the chicken. Now, if you have red wine, go ahead and add it in. And take again 2 tablespoons and reduce it right on down. It's almost nothing. Meaning all sec. And put your onions in there and cook, and your garlic. The trick is, if you don't want to burn the garlic, continually stir the mixture and you should be alright. If you're worried about burning your garlic, cook the onions for a little bit. When they start looking translucent, you know you got about 3 or 4 minutes to go, put your garlic in. But usually on that one, I'll have the garlic right there a lot of times. Oh, it depends on the day. Because if I'm doing the onion with the garlic, I have to be stirring all the time. If I'm doing something else, I'll put the onion in, and then I'll put the garlic towards the end because I'm busy doing something else. Now take 1 can of sauce. I think it's I want to say the normal size can. What are they? Vegetables, the dollar size cans that are $1 right now and 17 normally. If you go to the store where they sell them in bulk, you can get them for 79 cents a can. At the Co-Cost or the Mart that's a wall. Those size cans. So take 1 of those and put it in with the onion and the garlic, and then put the chicken back in and turn it down to low. Low. Just right there where it says low on the knob, and put the lid on and open it, but not very often. Wait like around a half hour and just move it a little bit. Don't flip the pieces over, and you don't want that the sauce goes up over the pieces. So the top of the pieces stay brown. And they're not saturated with the sauce on the top. Oh, and you remember, put the sugar in there. About 2 teaspoons of stevia or sugar. Now you checked it about every half hour. After about, say, an hour and 20 minutes, put your pasta on. It depends on your gusto. You can go do at least 45 minutes. Sometimes I go an hour and a half. And it comes out really nice. So what you're going to do is, let's say you did it for 45. Now, take your cheese, Swiss, any kind of white cheese is what I use. Parmesan, I do that also if I have money. And that goes over the Swiss cheese. Or the provolone, I don't know, I can't say I've done provolone. I used to do queso, that one, Live, those are brands. It's spelled E-D-A-M, and I can never say it right. No, what is it? I don't even know what it is in English. And in Castellano, and I don't say it like them. No, so I know. I point to the cheese, and it's that one. So I don't have to do this again. And I can never say it right. Hate them, they say Adam. Okay, can you give me some damn? What, that one? It's good. What's the other one I like? Oh, Gruyere. That would be good. That would be real nice. No, it's not amistoso. It would be suave delicioso. So put pieces of that so it covers the top of the slices of cheese, so it covers the top of the chicken pieces. And only go another 5 or 10 minutes so it melts real good. And any that goes off to the side of the pieces mix up into the sauce, and it makes it that much better. Now, your noodles, take the chicken pieces out and don't do the noodles all the way. So they're almost cooked, but not all the way. And put the noodles in with the sauce and finish them up that way, and they soak them a lot of the sauce. Or you can just serve the noodles and put the sauce on top. Depends on how much sauce you have. You put 1 can. So I suggest don't do it that way, because it'll probably dry up your sauce too much. Yeah, just go ahead and put your noodles and put the sauce on top and the chicken beside, and pick out a nice green vegetable to, I like broccoli. I said the wrong one though. That was his favorite. Yeah, him, the leader of the Fushis. His name's George Bush. Prescott's son, that one. Broccoli's his vegetable. We all know. Well, I remember his administration. Yeah. I don't know what the other's favorite foods are. I don't know why we need to know it was broccoli either. But I do, I remember it was broccoli. Bigbossjock signing off. My 750. Radio. Rebelde. 750 kilohertz. AM. Nuestro Dios aquí adentro a mí es que me ayuda a hacer la rima. Y yo digo gracias a nuestro único Dios, nuestro Señor. Yo, el gran jefe, Fernando fuera.